Hello, hello. This is, I think, my sixth podcast that I'm going to do for Casual Survivor. This is filmed on October 21st, which is Wednesday. It is 11:19 a.m. Shitting myself is what I am currently doing. I am not having a good time right now, especially within the server. And let's break all of that down, shall we? All right. First things first, I'm the realist. Second things second. After Max's departure from the game, what do you think your chances are that you will be the sole survivor? The fact that I was able to finesse Max getting eliminated in the last round is something I certainly am proud of. That first merge vote is always a worry because the first vote means it's the first time we're all doing something together, and it sets the tone for the rest of our journey in this game. And so I was certain that I wanted a blue gone, and when I say a blue, I mean one of LP, Toffee, Max, and Victor. But at the same time, I knew that I needed to keep Victor in the game because Max didn't talk to me at all. He didn't give me shit. And that really worried me because I obviously want to be communicating with people. The only way I'm going to get through this game is if I have social connections. And Max was simply not providing the same energy that I was giving out. And so as a result, I knew he had to go. But also it clipped Victor in such a way where I think he's now more dependent on me. I know that Victor, there's a plane going by. I know that Victor is a huge player. But at the same time, I refuse to metagame, and me keeping Victor in this round is proof that my pre-existing relationship has not tarnished this game, because I hate when pre-existing relationships ruin what should be a natural existing narrative, and as a result, I kept Victor in. Also, I see that Victor, as I said just before, is a threat, and I've talked about this already, but I know that I need big threats in the game. And so, as a result, makes a whole lot of sense for me to keep him. Just the fact that we also already had a pre-existing relationship too, that said to me that he needed to stay in just a little longer, because if someone's giving me something, then that's obviously better than nothing. And so, on the one hand, there's the burp really soon. Already 2 minutes in, I'm already burping. It feels like, what's the point in me voting for Victor when I could vote for Max and get rid of someone that in this game, this particular game, is not serving me as well as Victor? You know what I mean? And so, yeah, it felt like an injustice to the game and to the game's integrity for me to target Victor in the last round. But that's obviously not to say that I'm not going to be targeting Victor in the future. Right now, I know that he is my top target, and I want him gone, bro. I want him gone, burger, gonskis, all of the gons, very, very, very soon. But yes, after Max's departure, I was very pleased because not only did it cut one of the blues away, but it also avoided any worries that an idol was going to mess things up. The thing is, though, that I kind of played the last round poorly in the sense that I could have told LP to not use his idol. I also think, though, that LP was just busting to use his idol anyway because of the way that it worked. LP told me that he got a special idol from Glacier Ridge when he was swapped there, which basically meant that every single time he doesn't play the idol, he's going to get a vote. And so what that says to me is, oh, well, you should... If I had that idol, honestly, I would have kept it and just used it normally, because unless there was even the threat of me getting votes, I would not be playing it. So I can understand from LP's perspective why he immediately used the idol, but at the same time, like, bro, he was just not giving me much, and that's really the struggle with LP, is that I am giving him a lot of information, but he's not giving me much in return. But at the same time, on a personal level, I really want to sit in the end with him because he's from Christchurch. Like, I know him. He lives 3 blocks away. And so that's been really challenging, and it's been a challenge that I didn't think was going to impact this game as much. I thought my struggle was going to come from Clay and Victor, the 2 people I previously knew from Lad Viva, a different org. But no, unexpectedly, my main concern is my personal relationship with LP, and it's really made this game quite difficult. I think this is the first time I've ever played an org in which I've been so personally invested, In the past, I've obviously played orgs and had personal connections with people, but not to the level and to the quantity across this game that I'm experiencing. And it gives me hope for the future because I had a great conversation with Meryl, Kathy and Bev I've been with since the beginning. LP is obviously someone I'm close with. That's half the tribe right there, or alongside myself. And so I would hope and pray that we can all manage to get through it, but it's annoying because when you're aligned with everyone, your allies are forced to target each other because I'm aligned with everyone, you know what I mean? And so yes, long story short, my game was totally improved by Max's departure because I was the one that single-handedly ensured it happened, and yeah, on the other hand, though, I hope I can still finesse my way out of it because as soon as you make a powerful move like that, you are then seen as a target. And so that's my biggest concern, is mitigating that target level, that threat level, and on the other hand, ensuring that I can still get rid of the people I want to get rid of without being seen as a huge threat, which is easier said than done, right? Who left in the game, the second question, who left in the game do you think currently has the best chance of winning? Right now, I think that Meryl has the best chance of winning, and as a result, I've got really close to Meryl. I see that Meryl is someone in a swing vote position because Meryl is not OG Blue, not OG Brown, and is not John or Avery. So as a result, of course, Meryl is going to be in for a treat. I also think Toffee is doing really well. In the back of my mind, I know that LP told me that Toffee has some sort of idol, and so I'm keeping that in the back of my mind as well. And as a result, really want Toffee and Meryl gone. Excuse me, awful, inappropriate. Moving on. So yes, I would say Toffee, Meryl, and then myself probably. I think if I make the end, I will win. I just need to make it there. You know what I mean? And that's easier said than done, as I've already said. Okay, I asked you guys for heaps of questions. Thank you so much for sending them. And as a result, I will answer all of them now, although I can't find them. And that's why I'm spitballing what I'm saying right now. Where is it? Episode 8. Da-da-da-da-da. Well, I mean, while I'm finding it, I can talk about the meme challenge because that's what's in front of me right now. And it's safe to say that I flopped. I made so many memes, and unfortunately, the one that I submitted was the one that, unfortunately, was the worst, which was so fun. Yes, anyways. Oh, also, I thought it was really groovy how I could have had the opportunity to use LP's idol to my advantage. That's my biggest regret in this game so far, is how I played with that idol. Because, for example, if LP didn't play his idol that round, which he didn't need to, I told him that and he didn't believe me. If LP didn't play that idol, then he could have played it now, and then we would have been sure that Avery would be going home, and Avery going home right now is like my best case scenario, so that would be nice, right? That would be lovely. Unfortunately, I don't think that's the way it's going to pan out, right? Also, I can't seem to find any of these questions, which is really entertaining. Really odd, actually, because I thought they were just right here. I'm going to have to scroll a lot higher than I thought I was going to have to. And this is only because I haven't filmed a podcast in a while, and I'm sorry for not filming a podcast. My life has been really busy. Okay, I found it. What do I think of the Merge Tribe's name? Awful. I hate it. We're called The Tribe. Like, you're taking the piss. It's a joke. If I was required to publicly vent my frustrations about any other player in this game over and hashtag complain, who would it be and why? I would be venting about LP because I know that he would take it, but at the same time, I would mean it. I was going to say Kathy when I first thought about this, but no. That would be a cop-out, right? But yes, I would totally be talking schmack about LP, because right now LP is not giving me the same energy that I'm giving him, and it's annoying because I thought we were going to go all the way, and I want to go all the way, but he's just not putting in the social game that is expected or required in order to do well, and so as a result he's probably going to be eliminated this round, which is awful, but I can deal with it. As long as it's not me, I can deal with it. Who do I think is fan favorite? Who do I think is most hated? I think I am both the most liked and disliked player. Sincerely, I have been paranoid as fuck. I have been over the top. I have been unnecessarily extra. But that is why you love me, right? And the thing is, I have an ego on me, bro. I know I do, and it's awful. But at the same time, like, I just can't help it. So it is what it is. At the same time, like, to answer sincerely, I think that I am the most liked person, but I think I'm liked because of the reasons I don't like myself. And so there's an interesting dichotomy there because, like, on the one hand, the reason I am so charming is, this is what I've been told from playing orgs, is that the reason I'm so charming is because I'm so just delusionally confident, I think is the best way to put it. And as a result, that's awful. I shouldn't be eating. The reason that I'm liked is because I wear my heart on my sleeve, but that's the exact reason I get eliminated in these things. So, win some, lose some, right? But no, I think that Riley was robbed. I think that Victor is well liked. I don't know. It depends on who's writing the most in their confessionals, to be honest. I think that Victor is doing really well, though. Who do I think is the most hated person? Probably Katana, Clay, Max, all of the people that I foresee as not playing that strong of a game and also not making as many confessionals as they should be. I would also like to put LP in that mix, unfortunately, because I don't know if he's applying himself to the org in the same way that I would hope he would. If LP was playing the game and investing as much time as he is, like as I am, then I would certainly be much more confident in LP, but right now he's really taken the wind out of my sails, and it's unfortunate because I really want to work with him. So I'm trying, but it's a real struggle, and it's the first time I've ever had to struggle in a game like this because of personal reasons. So it's actually taken quite an emotional toll on me. You said that your knowledge of past casual Survivor seasons isn't as useful this season as you'd expected it to be. Can you talk more about the differences you're experiencing between this season and previous ones? Yes, I can, Big Jim. Thank you. Great name, by the way. See, I say that because he's followed me on Instagram and I know his actual name. You can follow me on Instagram too. Anyways, so yes. I think going into this season, I expected to have 2 tribes for a start. I'd never expected the joint tribal shit. That's fucked. No. Never expected any of that tomfoolery. So that was really entertaining. I also didn't expect there to be LP in the game. Just the fact that there's someone from Christchurch, New Zealand alongside me is blowing my effing mind. So that's been fun. Also, what else have I not expected? I didn't expect there to be half idols. I didn't expect there to be a safety without power advantage. I didn't expect a lot of things, right? But what I've realized is that all of these things I didn't expect are because I have known Casual Survivor's first era, and we're starting era 2 here, you know what I mean? This is the second generation of this server, and so as a result, I'm pleased and proud to be able to, carve the trajectory for era 2. But at the same time, I wish I'd gone into this game perhaps with different expectations, because I've gassed myself up in a weird way, and overall I wish I had curbed my enthusiasm just a little bit more, because then I wouldn't be in such a headspin. But yeah, I would certainly say that my knowledge of this server has helped me regarding challenges, and I hope it will down the line as well. Like, we haven't played that challenge, the tile challenge yet, and I'm very excited to do that. We haven't played live trivia, or at least I haven't been a part of it, so that's been fun. There has been live trivia, but I haven't been a part of it. There are lots of different season games that always happen, so I'm excited to finally participate in those ones. When am I going to release the Scourge? He was released as soon as the season started, Loaf, but anyways. And am I lying about feeling more solid with Loaf's Angels than I am with ABC? So, this is a really interesting conversation to have, actually, because Loaf's Angels, this alliance that Bev, Kathy, and myself have, is easily the tightest alliance I've ever been a part of. I mean, I was in an alliance with Angel and Kat, who are no one on the server, of course. We made it to the final 3 in Season 1 of Ladviver, which Loaf and Amod and Dylan hosted, etc. But, like, Kat and Angel are now dating. This is something you guys have to realize, is that I was always the third person in that alliance, and I knew it. I just never did anything about it because I was a bad player, and it was my first org, and I was just blind to that at the time, you know? And so, yes, I would say I'm more comfortable with Loaf's Angels because I think Kathy and I are the 2, because in a 3, there's always a 2. And I hope and pray that Bev is the one that is on the outs of that group. But at the same time, I have full faith that if Loaf's Angels is in the final 5, that we can make it all the way. But at the same time, if at any point I feel a need to flip, I will. But right now, I think all of the loyalty in Loaf's Angels is something I've never experienced before. And just the fact that we always talk in that alliance chat really gets me going. It gets my creative juices flowing. And it's just good to be able to strategize with people that I know I can fully trust. They shouldn't fully trust me because I've been throwing Bev under the bus for a while, to be honest. But that's only because right now, in this round, the only eligible Browns are me, Bev, and Kathy, and so I need to set them ahead of me, as awful as it is. I'm just doing it because I'm a Survivor player, you know what I mean? Anyways, that's pretty much everything I had to say for this, but there are a few things I wanted to talk about personally. Firstly, the fact that I met LP. I met LP at Tea Party. Tea Party is like one of the biggest student sort of drinking days because it signals the end of the semester and therefore the end of the academic year, and so everyone gets really drunk. And so I saw LP at Tea Party at this big festival. It was really surreal because it told me that I actually knew LP before. LP was in a musical I saw on campus like 2 years ago. So yes, very small world, but at the same time, as I spoke earlier about LP, I don't necessarily know if I can toe the line with him for much longer, which is unfortunate, but that's Survivor, you know? Actually, to go back to my discussion around who is the most liked and hated, I think I'm somewhere in the middle, to be honest, because Kathy is so cool, Bev is so cool, talking to Meryl, he's really cool, Victor as well, like Victor is great casting. Victor always does well, and I'm not going to let that happen this time. Who else? Pretty much everyone is good casting. So I'm really excited about this season, and I'm so hopeful that when this season ends, I can look back on it, laugh, and have a good time, and also be proud of the season that we've put on, because I know from being in production that one of the worst things is when the season doesn't play out in an entertaining way. And so what I'm trying to ensure is that this season is entertaining, not only for my sanity and just for the fact that I want there to be a dramatic game, an entertaining game, a trollish game, if you will, but also because I know you guys want that as well. And so yes, we all do this for fun, right? It's not like anyone's getting paid to do this, and so why would I not like just go out on limbs and be wild, you know? If I was going to go down the straight and narrow, then I simply would have eliminated LP in the last round, and, you know, everything would have been smooth sailing, basically. I decided to make a divide in this tribe, and instead of going with easy votes like Avery and John, we actually took out Max, which was a pretty big deal, and I think it set the tone for what should be a really entertaining post-merge. And yeah, this is the best I've ever felt about an org, and my chances in one. So if I can make it through this vote, then I hope and pray that I can make it through to the rest of the game. Because yeah, Kathy is a social queen. Bev has been dropping his social game a little bit. LP and John and Avery, they've all been in hot water before. So yeah, I think the only people I really need to look out for are Toffee, Victor, and Meryl. And if I can eliminate all three of them, in whichever order, probably Victor first, then Toffee, then Meryl. If I can manage to do that, then I think I'm going to be on track to winning the season, which is something I thought I would never be able to say. So yeah, I'm feeling good. But at the same time, I know, as I said earlier, I need to curb my enthusiasm, sit the hell down, shut the heck up. and, let things ride out a little bit, because if I assume control and if I play to the level that I want to play, then I'm going to get voted out, That's the trouble, is that I want to give everything, but at the same time, the only way I can promise my own longevity in this game is if I don't give everything. So that's been something challenging that I've been dealing with. Alongside the fact that LP is here, alongside the fact that I've talked about really difficult things with Avery, alongside the fact that I don't know if emotionally at this point I could vote out Kathy, things like that. Anyways, this is basically the end because I saw we hit 20 minutes. Catch you on the flip side, and praise be, fingers crossed, honestly, cross your eyebrows, cross your eyelashes, cross everything that I can manage to make it through. Goodbye.